These are really good. They're pretzels with peanut butter inside of them, these little nugget things. Great snack for the middle of the afternoon. Mike Vondruska with Mike's Mexico Adventures. Today I wanted to tell you about something that was very unique that happened on an adventure trip that I put together. And this was actually at a Mexico National Park. Yes, Mexico has national parks, just like the US and Canada. This particular national park sits on the border between the state of Veracruz and the state of Puebla. And it's up in the mountains, actually, the Sierra Madre Oriental Mountains. The name of the national park, Pico de Orizaba National Park. Pico de Orizaba, meaning the peak of Orizaba, which is really a volcano. It's the tallest volcano in North America, 18,500 feet, has a glacier on top. Many climbers from around the world come to climb that mountain, which means there's also a base camp. The base camp is at 14,500 feet. 14,500 feet. There's a hut there that you can overnight, get acclimated, and then leave early in the morning to try to make it to the top. We have a tour that doesn't climb to the top of the mountain, but it starts at the base camp. But first of all, you got to get there. It's a mountain trail road that goes up and up and up, and the first part of it is blacktop, but then after that, it's just 4x4 rugged. I mean, you're bouncing around to get to the top. And once you're there, then we have on top of one of the vehicles dual suspension bikes. So we pull them down, we get everything all set up, and then we head down the mountain trail road all the way to about 5,000 feet. So it's a long distance. Well, in this one particular trip we had, there was a total of 9 people. And that included the 2 drivers for the follow vehicles as well as the bike guide. On this particular trip I happened to be the driver of one of the vehicles. So we start heading down, and there's this one spot where there's a glacier runoff that crosses the trail road. It's not very deep, it's maybe this deep, okay, but it does cross the road. And normally we don't see anybody going up or going down. We might see people at the warming hut, which is interesting. You can meet these climbers if they're there, but usually not going up or down. But in this particular case, when we got to the stream, to the glacier runoff, there was a truck, there were all these Mexican people there was some older women that were making a fire, and we're like, what's going on? So right now, I'd like you to watch this short clip that we filmed once we figured out what was going on. And on this particular trip, there was this guy named Brian who at that time, I don't know if he still does, but at that time he was a travel writer for Off Track Planet, which is online and offline publication. So take a look at the video and then I'll get back with you. Hey, Mike Vondruska with Discover Veracruz Tours. We're in Western Veracruz. We're on a bike trip, downhill mountain bike trip, and you never know what's going to happen here in Veracruz. In fact, instead of me telling you, we have a travel writer here, and this is Brian. Hey Brian, how you doing? Brian is from Off Track Planet. It's a cool magazine. It's online and also in print. And why don't you tell us what's going on here?
Well, we've been coming down since the base camp of Pico, 14,500 feet, and we got to this river and they're butchering a cow. So this isn't something you see in the States or really anywhere else, but this is the taste of Mexico. This is the real deal.
So what we're doing is we're seeing if we can negotiate, because we have tortillas and we have other stuff for lunch, and so they have a couple women over there that are preparing the fire and everything, and we thought, hey, maybe we could like barter something, or we could buy some of their meat and we could actually have lunch with them. So we'll see what happens. That's why Veracruz is unique. You got to come down, you never know what's going to happen. Was that wild or what? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen on trips like that, and that was totally unexpected. The people that were on that trip are probably going to remember that forever. I mean, you see that guy holding up the head He was holding up the head of the cow that was all skinned and everything. And we did barter with them. We did have lunch with them. And so what they did was they cut off some of the meat that they were going to eat as well. They cooked it in the fire. And also they had prepared a special fresh salsa for it as well. So that was really tasty. Think about it. These people that were on that trip got to experience watching a freshly killed cow washed in a stream, the glacier runoff, cooked on an open fire, and then they got to eat it. I mean, is that an original adventure or what? Hope you enjoyed this little story. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you like this little story, then give it a thumbs up. If you want to stay in touch, subscribe. Click that little button and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great week. And as again they say in Spanish, hasta luego. These are so addictive.